This is Advanced Math 3.7 notes. That's Advanced Math Unit 3, Lesson 7. And the title is Arc Length and Quadrant Constraints. Alright, we are going to start off with the arc length. And you've learned arc length formula before in Math 2? Yes. Math 2, you learned it in the Math 2 formula. And this is going to be a different formula you learned. So, yes. All right, we're going to start off with the center and do this and this. And this here is going to represent, obviously, the radius. We're going to use R to represent the radius. This is going to represent the arc length. Length is just going to be like in inches, meters, feet. So that there is going to, and we're going to use S. Don't ask why, we just use S. S is going to represent the arc length. And in here is the angle, and we're going to use theta. Now, it's important to recognize, obviously that's the angle, but it's always in radians. In this particular formula, it has to be in radians. The formula works when theta has to be, when theta is in radians. If it's not, you have to convert it. All right. Now, the formula we're going to use for finding arc length or finding theta or finding the radius is this. S equals theta r. Yes, you will need to have that memorized. S equals theta r. It's easy to remember because you think of it as soar. We're eagles, we soar like an eagle. We can't spell, but we can soar like an eagle. All right, we're going to go through and try some examples. Number 1. So this is what we're working with here. Our picture, formula, and everything. Number 1. Before I give you number 1, what we're going to be doing for 1 and 2 is find the angle in radians. Which makes sense because the angle should always be in radians. If we're looking at the angle, for the angle, it should be in radians. All right, number 1. I'm going to give you a picture. Looks like this. And that should be the center. The radius is 3 centimeters. And we don't know what theta is, that's what we're looking for. And the arc length here is 4 centimeters. All right, the arc length is 4, the radius is 3. Find theta, the angle, in radians. All right, all we do is use our SOAR formula. S equals theta r. S is 4, the arc length. Theta we don't know. The radius r is 3. I'm looking for theta, so I divide by 3. Reduce, theta equals 4/3. So 4/3 radians. You don't have to label it radians. I'm going to, just so you know, it's not just like 4/3 centimeters, that's 4/3 radians. And it is radians because this formula is made so that theta is always in radians. So whenever you solve for theta, theta automatically comes out in radians. Now I didn't write the centimeters, but if I had, that would have been 4 centimeters, 3 centimeters, and the centimeters would have reduced, and you would have ended up with your radians. All right, let's try another one. Number 2. Another circle. Center, radius is 6 centimeters, and theta is the bigger one out here. That's theta. And the arc length, this big arc length out here, and that's 24 centimeters. All right. So we're going to use our formula. S equals theta r, because we soar like an eagle. S is the arc length, 24 centimeters. And you can write the centimeters in there if you'd like this time. Theta is what we're looking for. R is the 6 centimeters. Excuse me. And you divide by your 6 centimeters. And the formula is made such that when you're working out, theta always comes out in radians. So 24 theta equals 24. Not 24. Sorry. Theta equals. I didn't mean to reduce the 6. That's where I messed up. Centimeters reduced, and then you reduce the 24 by 6, and you get 4. Theta equals 4 radians. Again, it's not necessary to label it. It's just implied. It's radians, but I'm labeling it just to remind you that the 4 is not centimeters. It is radians. All right. Number 3. Number 3. Find the angle in degrees for a circle with a 6-inch radius and an arc of 5 pi inches. All right, so that is find the angle in degrees for a circle with a 6-inch radius and an arc of 5 pi inches. Okay, so we're still looking for a degree. We're still looking for an angle like we were up there. They didn't draw a picture for us, and it's not necessary to draw a picture, but I'm going to just because we were given a picture on all the other ones. But I will show you how to do without the picture as well for those of you that are not visual learners. 6-inch for the radius, theta, and 5 pi inches for the arc. Okay, I'm going to pause here and I'll continue recording in a part 2 later.